welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have some exciting news that I want to share with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen it. I'm going to Dubai and I'm going to give a masterclass. This is in collaboration with Trends Academy and I'm so freaking exciting. I have never done a masterclass, but I'm so ready for it. I can't wait to share you all my tips and techniques. I will be there from 11 March until 17th of March. I will link all the information down in the description bar together with how you can get a ticket. I will be giving a masterclass but also a meet and greet. And there will also be coming a few other makeup artists like Mia, for example, which I'm so excited to meet her. So yes, if you live in Dubai or around that area and you want to come, I can't wait to meet you. Let me know in the comments if you're coming. And yes, I'm just so excited to meet all of you and hug you and share all my tips and tricks with you all. So yes, today I created this halo pink eye look. I really like how it turned out. I saw all those gorgeous pictures on Instagram, people using the Huda Beauty eye palette, and that palette is so gorgeous. I don't own it unfortunately, but I just wanted to create something familiar using other eyeshadows that I own at home. I don't think it looks very familiar with the shades in the palette, but I'm still really happy with how the look turned out. So yes, if you want to see how I created this, then keep on watching. Let's start with the eyes. So the first thing I always do is prime my eyelids, and I like to use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And now I'm going in with Baby Cakes eyeshadow by AnastasiaBeverlyhills. It's a very light shade and it has a sort of pinky purple undertone. So I'm going to blend this all over in my crease as my transition shade. Now I'm going to use the Morphe 35B eye palette and I'm going in with that light pinky shade. Please don't mind how messy and dirty it looks. I gave this palette a while ago to my niece. She's 4 years old and she totally messed up my palette. I have no idea why I gave her this palette because it's one of my favorites, but I can still use some of these shades. So I'm using a blending brush and I'm blending this all over in my crease, and I have to say I really built up the color in my crease by going back in with that pink shade and going back until it was really pink all over in my crease. It really took me a lot of time. Now I'm going in with Makeup Geek's Simply Marlena eyeshadow. This is a dark pink shade. And I'm using my Morphe M506 brush and I'm going to blend this first in my outer V, then a little bit in my crease, and then I'm going towards my inner corner. I'm really trying to create a sort of halo effect by creating a round circle all around in my crease, but I'm keeping the middle part of my lid empty. Now I'm going back in with my blending brush and I'm using that same Simply Marlena shade. I'm just blending this all over the place. If you find it harsh, you can go back in with that light pinky shade from the Morphe 35B eye palette to make sure that there are no harsh lines all around the crease. Now I'm going to use the shade Bitten, also by Makeup Geek. This is a very dark shade and it has a sort of red undertone. I'm using that same Morphe M506 brush and I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did before with the Simply Marlena eyeshadow. So I'm blending this in my crease, in my outer V, and also at the inner part of my eyelids. And now I'm going back in with that big fluffy brush, which is by Anastasia, by the way, and I'm going to blend this also in my crease. Now for on the eyelid, I'm going to use this shimmery pink shade, which looks familiar with the pinky shade in my crease. I'm going to pop this on my lid. It has the same undertone as the pink shade in my crease, but this one is shimmery, as you can see. I made my brush wet. I'm using a MAC 242 brush and I wanted it to be very intense. So I'm pressing this on the middle part of my lid and also sweeping my brush back and forth. Now I'm going back in with my Morphe M506 brush. With whatever's left on it, I'm going around the edges. Now for my eyeliner, I'm using the Lukacosmetics Little Black Dress Eyeliner. And I created a line above my lower lash line. I didn't want it to go for a wing, but later on I decided to do it because I felt like something was missing. So that's why you will see me suddenly with a wing. Now I'm going to use the light pink shade again. And I'm using a fluffy brush and blend this just all underneath the lower lash line. Now I'm going to use the black shade from the Morphe 35B eye palette. Using a tiny smudge brush, and I'm going to apply this in my how do you call it? Underneath the lower lash line, I'm connecting it with my wing. So as you can see, I'm suddenly having a wing. I forgot to film it, but I just felt like something was missing. Now I'm going to use the Simply Marlena eyeshadow again, and I'm going to use this shade to blend out that black eyeshadow. If you want, you can also apply a little bit of that Bitten eyeshadow and mix it with the Simply Marlena shade to blend everything out. Just do whatever you like. And that's what I also did. Now I'm going in with the mixture of those two. Now I use the Anastasia, this is by MAC, the MAC Fascinating Eye Pencil. It's a white pencil and I really like to use this for in the waterline. It makes my eyes look way bigger. Now it's time for the face, and I use the Esteelauder Double Wear Foundation in Shade Rattan and the TarteCosmetics Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. I skipped that part, but just so you know what I used. Now for the face, I'm using the MAC Golden Medium Mineralized Powder to set the foundation in place. I'm not sure how I feel about this powder, but I still use it, but I don't really like it, to be honest. I really like a full coverage powder. Now I'm going to use the TarteCosmetics Contour Palette, and I'm using the light brown shade. And I was using a new brush by Anastasia, and as you can see, the line went way too hard. This is why I never really do a strong contour, because it just looks ridiculous on me. I really try to blend it out, but it still looks quite harsh on me. I have to say, in person it didn't look as extreme as it does on camera, but I just couldn't get it to look more softer as this. Now I'm using this Tarte highlighter, which I think is not really a great highlighter for my skin tone, but I just wanted to use it since it's a new one and it just looks so pretty in the packaging, but I feel like it's way too cool for my skin tone. Now I'm using the Bella Blush by Lukacosmetics. It matches my background perfectly. I just wanted to pop some pink on the apple of my cheeks. I found it a little bit too pink, so I went in with the NARS Luster Blush to cool it down a little bit, and this is a sheen, so it melts together with the highlighter and the bronzer. Now on my lips, I'm using the Bear With Me liquid lipstick by Dose of Colors. I found it really hard to pick out a shade for the lips since my eyes are already pink, and if I also apply pink on lips, it will be a little bit too much. So that's why I went in with this nude shade. It matches with almost everything. So yes, this is already the end of the tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you aren't subscribed yet, then please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget thumbs up if you enjoyed. And of course, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!